Okay, hey everyone. I was supposed to upload Wednesday, but I accidentally deleted the video file while trying to clear up some space for on my phone, so that's why I didn't upload this week. But I'm back and I'm here to talk about the fights. Overall, it was a pretty good main card. The first fight on the card was Punahele Soriano, or however you pronounce that, and Dusko Todorovic. Todorovic got knocked down like 5 times or something. So Soriano made quick work of that, and it was a great finish. I'll give that fight like a 7 out of 10. I enjoyed watching it. And the next fight on the card was Joaquin Buckley versus Alessio Di Chirico. Bro, that was an amazing head kick. Buckley just got caught. I think Alessio only threw that like once before KOing Buckley. It came out of nowhere. I was shocked when he just slumped over and fell on his knee. That was a great finish as well. I'm not gonna get too technical with these breakdowns. I would just want to get to the main event and talk about that. And so yeah, the fight after that was, well, probably one of the most satisfying finishes I've ever seen. Santiago Ponzinibbio versus the Leech.
Leech!
Leech! Fucking Leech. Ponzinibbio looked like he struggled with ring rust, like he didn't know how to enter in Leech's space, and he got caught with a left hook that came from the parking lot. Like, that left hook was long, and I'm happy with it. Fuck Ponzinibbio, that piece of shit. The fight after that, we had Carlos Condit versus Matt Brown. That was a good fight. It was better than I thought it was gonna be. Matt Brown looked decent, but Carlos Condit looked really good for his age and where he's at in his career. I really liked the grappling exchanges. I thought those were really fun to watch, and both guys' chins held up surprisingly well considering how Matt Brown's last few fights went. There's definitely some damage that he has taken, so the chins look decent. I think Nick Diaz is due to return in 2021, so I think him fighting Carlos Condit would be a great return fight. To see where Nick is at this point, if he runs through Carlos, giving him a top 10 opponent would be the good thing to do. But at this point, giving Nick a top 5 or a top 10 opponent really isn't a smart thing to do at this point. Like, we don't know how he will look when he returns. So yeah, I think Carlos Condit versus Nick Diaz is the fight to make at this point. So now, getting to the main event, Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar. That fight was amazing. It was crazy. There's some recency bias here, but Max Holloway had one of the most one-sided performances in history, in modern history of the UFC at least. One of the judges' scorecard was a 50-42. That's insane. 2 judges had it a 50-43 and 1 judge had it a 50-42. That's insane. So, all respect to Calvin, he's a dog. Like, there's no quitting that guy. The fight could have been stopped at any point from the second round on, so I didn't expect it to be that one-sided. Max looked phenomenal. He definitely should get a shot at the belt after the Volkanovski versus Ortega fight. Listen, I'm not gonna say I had my doubts about Max, but I thought Calvin would win this fight, but we saw that Calvin is a great boxer. I think pure boxing, he's better than Max, but Max just has the bigger arsenal, and he just has that experience that Calvin doesn't have. This was the first non-title fight for Max in like 4 years, and we just saw the vast difference in skill set between Max and Calvin. Calvin didn't really throw any kicks. He just tried to catch Max with his hands, and to be fair, he caught Max a couple of times. That right hand was landing basically every time he threw it, but the times he threw it were few and far between. So, and even when when he connected with Max didn't really look that fazed by it. He never really looked hurt at any point in the fight, and Calvin looked like he was about to get finished multiple times in the fight. So, but yeah. That being said, all respects to Calvin. Like I said, he's a dog. Max has proven that he is still one of the pound for pound best fighters in the world. Before we talk about Calvin fighting, I want him to take a long time off. He definitely left a part of himself in that octagon tonight. Yeah, he shouldn't get back in there too soon, because he's busted up, man. If he does choose to come back sooner than 6 months, I guess he could rematch Zabit, or he could fight Yair Rodriguez if he ever chooses to fight this year. I heard he's caught up in some cartels or something, and that's why he's not fighting. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, that was basically my thoughts on the card. Like, listen, that main event was the perfect example of why MMA is one of the best sports in the world, if not the best. In what other sport does that happen? Do we see that? Do we feel these emotions as a fight was going on? Like, I was shaking from the second round on of that Max Holloway versus Calvin Kattar fight. Like, that was crazy. That was insane. And to think that this sport is only in its infancy, like, relatively speaking, boxing and soccer, or football or soccer for you Americans, has been around for hundreds of years, and the UFC has only been around for what, 20 years? That's insane. So I'm excited to see how the sport, along with its fighters, evolves over the next couple of years. And I think 2021 is gonna be a huge year for the UFC. Like, they already started off strong. We got Michael Chiesa versus Neil Magny on Wednesday. I'm not really too excited for that, but I think it should be a good fight, an important fight for the division, to see who breaks in the top 5. But and then we have McGregor versus Poirier, which is gonna be a banger. So yeah, I can't wait to see what the rest of the year has to offer. So yeah, that was basically it. I hope you enjoyed the shorter format of my videos. I think my videos tend to get a bit lengthy. I record for like half an hour and then I end up with a 15-minute video, and I would like my videos to end up in between that 8 to 10 minute mark. I think that should be good as a relatively small channel. So yeah, I appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Stay tuned for my other content. I'm gonna talk about, well, I'm gonna record a video right after this one about Khabib's options at 155. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Catch you next time, and yeah, okay.